What's good, YouTube? It's your number one rap facts news, man. We back with another video. In this video, we got up, man, Jay-Z and Pimp C, man. It's some news been floating around lately, bro. Jay-Z might have had Pimp C knocked off, man. I don't know, but it's kind of strange to me that Pimp C allegedly had this video of another rapper hooking up with Beyonce back in the days. And you know Jay-Z hooked up with Pimp C uh with this song Big Pimpin'. And from what I'm hearing, Jay-Z did not like Pimp C and Pimp C didn't like Jay-Z. Why did Jay-Z not like Pimp C? Is it because of this footage that Pimp C had? Uh, Beyonce just did this thing on Christmas when she came out in all white. Who remember when Pimp C had this video when he had all white on? It was the video with Outkast and UGK, the player Anthem. Who remember Beyonce coming out in this all white? She was riding that white horse, and one of those Cadillacs that was by her had Pimp C wrote on the tag when she was coming out. A lot of people didn't even notice that. So a lot of people gonna say, "Oh no, she just representing for Pimp C because they both from Texas." No, that's not why. They was putting it right there in our face that it was a sacrifice. Beyonce knows a lot about Jay-Z and what he has done in the past. Pimp C was a very powerful, outspoken person from the South, man. He really was a king of the South. Around the time that Pimp C got killed, man, this dude had just got back out of jail. He was already running the South before he had went to jail. There was a lot of goofy stuff going on when Pimp C got out of jail. A lot of Texas rappers were beefing. A lot of guys from Atlanta was, changing the rap game with a lot of bubblegum rap stuff like that. A lot of rappers was lying. Uh, Pimp C was calling out Jeezy for even lying. You know what I'm saying? Saying that, man, ain't no way those things going for 17.5. Pimp C, he was gonna keep a lot of things in check, and Jay Z knew that. Pimp C was real powerful in the South, man. He was real powerful down here in the South. But I don't know if that's one reason Jay Z could have wanted Pimp C out because of his power that he had, or was it because of this tape that Pimp C had? Uh, it's a lot going on, man. Let's listen to a little of this stuff that's going on. Let's check it out, man.
Death since the beginning, with many famous rappers passing away before their time with little to no explanation. Recently, we saw this with rapper Mac Miller, or even more recent with Rich Homie Quan. These rappers are found alone, unresponsive by friends or family members, with no.
See, they found Mac Miller in a praying position when he was killed or allegedly overdosed. Uh, Pimp C was found the same way he was found in a praying position. That's crazy, man.
Explanation on how they passed away. One rapper who faced a similar ending was the rapper Pimp C, who by far has had one of the most suspicious deaths in hip hop. To this day, Pimp C's family members and friends all still have questions about his death, as they believe there's more to the story. Something that is hard to deny when you look at the way Pimp C was discovered. He was found alone in a hotel room on his knees, as if he were praying. This has left many people asking what really happened to Pimp C. Hey guys, I hope all is well.
What happened to Pimp C, man? We really want to know what happened to Pimp.
Mainstream commercial peak in the early 2000s. From all aspects, it appeared that Pimp C was going to be one of the biggest Southern artists in hip hop, but unfortunately for him, he had a lot in his way, stopping him from making it to the very top. Right at the peak of his musical career, he was sent to prison for several years.
See, I just got through saying that Pimp C was gonna be one of the biggest rappers, man, that ever came out of the South, man.
And only 2 years after being released in 2005, he will pass away. Everything for Pimp C changed in the 2000s when he made one of the biggest records of his life. Many would say that the song Big Pimpin' was the turning point for Pimp C's career. It was the record with Jay-Z that took Pimp C to new commercial heights. While working with Jay-Z might have gotten him to a new level, what most people don't know is that Jay-Z might also be the same reason he's gone. While this song ended up being one of Pimp C's biggest songs, he never wanted to record it. For some reason, he didn't like Jay-Z at all. People claim he didn't like Jay because Jay-Z was friends with Biggie, and Pimp C was a massive Tupac fan. According to Jeff Sledge, who was a former A&R over at Jive Records, Pimp turned down doing the Big Pimpin' song and refused to record it for weeks, telling his people on many occasions, F Jay-Z. Jeff claims that even after Pimp C did the record, he refused to participate in the music video and still kept on saying FJZ. Too Short said the same exact thing on the Shay Shay podcast, claiming that Pimp C really hated Jay-Z. There's a whole thing with Pimp C, UGK, yeah, Pimp C and Bun B, and the Big Pimpin' song. And I hear Bun talk about it, and I knew the story. I knew a little bit of it because the label, Jive Records, we all on the same label, was trying to get Pimp to do the song. Right. And I knew Pimp's opinion on the situation. It was open and shut. You don't fool with Tupac, I don't fool with you. Right. No bending of the rules. We're talking about a guy who never met Tupac. He didn't even know it. And he's like, I ride with Pac to the end. Anybody who ever said this on Tupac, ever, Pimp C didn't like it. This shit just never would go with you, ever, ever, ever. So he put Jay-Z in the category of, I don't think Tupac liked him. Tupac wouldn't, as Diddy, homie, whatever, I ain't fooling with it. Bun B, the label, myself included, trying to say, Jay ain't like that, bro. Hey, Jay, this is a great opportunity. Right. Jay-Z, get that you. Right. Do it. I ain't doing it. As you heard for yourself, Too Short said the same exact thing as Jeff, making it clear that even though Pimp C did record with Jay, he hated his guts for some reason. Now, to me, it doesn't make any sense that he had all this hatred for Jay-Z just because he liked Tupac. According to Too Short, he never actually met Tupac in person. It wasn't like they were close friends or anything like that either. Pimp C wasn't from the West Coast either, so this angle just makes zero sense to me. To me, it's obvious there's another reason Pimp C hated Jay-Z so much, and by the end of this video, you will see exactly why. For some reason,
See, they didn't get along at all, bro. Pimp C did not like Jay-Z. He didn't even want to do the Big Pimpin' song, man. That's crazy. Jay-Z was this huge artist around this time Big Pimpin' came out. Pimp C didn't even want to get on that song. Pimp C already had a lot of love in the South. He didn't even really want to do it. It was Bun B that was pushing Pimp C to get on that song. UGK was huge at the time. They didn't even need to get on that song. But, it was Bun B.
Pimp C's career took a turn for the worse after he worked with Jay-Z. Just 2 years after Pimp did that massive record with Jay, he was arrested on aggravated assault after he was found guilty of pointing his weapon at a woman he had an argument with inside of a shoe store. According to authorities, they responded to a 911 call made by a woman claiming Pimp C pointed his weapon at her and told her he was going to take her out if she didn't shut up. The police made their way to the shoe store and managed to catch Pimp C leaving out the mall where they arrested him. Pimp C would eventually take a plea deal that allowed him to get probation, but ultimately was arrested and forced to serve 8 years in prison after breaking that probation. He would get out early on good behavior, being released.
I just feel like the spirit of Pimp C, man, been messing with me or something, man. I've been a Pimp C fan forever, man, and we're not gonna let this go out like that, bro. We gonna wake this man name up. We gonna keep his name alive, and we gonna get to the bottom of the reason that Pimp C is gone. He just didn't randomly die like that, man. I'm thinking it had something to do with this guy Jay-Z. See, I've been taking up for Jay-Z through these allegations, but to know that he probably had something to do with Pimp C being taken out, man, one of the kings of the South. Whatever happened to Jay-Z after this, man, I really don't even care, man. Whatever happened to Jay-Z, I think he deserved, and I hope he goes down for what him and Diddy been doing, man. If they raped a 13-year-old girl, that's insane. But Pimp C was somebody. He wasn't like that. He wasn't no goofball like that. He said him and Bun B never even ran a train. Him and Bun B never was naked in the same room as a female. So you got this guy Diddy and Jay-Z running trains on 13-year-old girls.
Under probation again in December 30th, 2005. Just 2 years later, he would be found unresponsive in a West Hollywood hotel room. He was found in his hotel room by staff on his knees in a praying position. There was also blood all over the bed. It was reported that Pimp C had passed away from sleep apnea, which at the time was worsened by his lean use. Just like that, a rap star was gone alone in his hotel room. This is something that always seems to happen in the music industry. For some odd reason, so many celebrities are found unresponsive alone in a hotel room. Something that is rather suspicious because celebrities are usually always around so many people all the time. For whatever reason, the day they pass away, they're always alone in a hotel room or in their home. The official
Why are they always alone? It's never nobody with these people. That's the same thing I was saying about this Rich Homie Quan situation. Like he was just alone. Like all these people were here, he just randomly just died alone. Why? No.
The story that the media was running was that his passing was due to his lean use. But according to his very own
And they always gonna blame it on drug use.
mother, who spoke to the head coroner, that wasn't true at all. Pimp C's mom did an interview before she passed away, where she claims that her son's death wasn't related to substances. She insisted that her son was instead set up.
Conflicting stories about his death, basically some untruth about the passing of your son. So we need the audience to understand it. This is her son, not Pimp C. You understand? This is Mama Wex's son, and she knows what happened. And I know it's got to be heartbreaking to you, and a little frustrating on top of that.
See, they saying Pimp C mom before she passed away, she know what really happened to her son. You know, she's saying it wasn't drug abuse.
To have the truth out about the passing of your son. So I want to give you the opportunity to clear it up and tell our audience exactly what happened.
Okay. And I really and truly thank you for the determination.
Shady.
I'm gonna skip past there. We're gonna get into some more audio.
So there's actually a person of interest, according to his mother, that she believed had something to do with that. So
Pimp C's protege, a rapper by the name of 17, also believed that Pimp C was taken out. According to him, he believed he was poisoned by someone who was with Pimp C that day.
Yeah, it was. If it wasn't me, what was it? Somebody put something in this pack. I mean, I wasn't supposed to say that. No, I mean,
another person who felt Pimp C was set up was his own close cousin Edgar. Edgar claimed that he believes Pimp C was poisoned as well.
Just send me a picture. Yeah. I'm gonna post this picture because this is a good picture. We're gonna put this picture inside interview. Okay. I'm sure to my wife. Bundy was supposed to be here. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But he had to go take her family emergency. This was Bundy's rap partner, ex-mom. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. And that's Buddy. Yeah.
oh, who was Buddy?
When y'all ask me who was Buddy, so tell me about Buddy. Can you? Buddy didn't kill my cousin. Got that from a reliable source. Yeah. Where did you hear? So the story I heard was multiple people inside the hotel room. Female, I think maybe be a male, another male probably.
So this guy named Buddy, he's the one that allegedly gave Pimp C some bad drugs, which caused him to, start puking up and throwing up blood, man. But who is this guy, Buddy? Could be someone that's connected to Jay-Z.
Not exclusive. So C went to the restroom and Buddy said, "Look, y'all don't say nothing. I'm gonna play a joke on him." And he poured something into his drink. And when he came back from the restroom, he started drinking it and almost immediately started throwing up blood. And what made me believe that, I packed C bags after he passed. From that same hotel. I pulled back the cover of the bed and it was blood in the bed. So that's what made me believe that story to be true. Now, we talked about this prior to cutting on the cameras. And I never talked about it outside of saying Buddy. You know what I'm saying? And this guy was from Jackson, Mississippi. Like you and I said that we had heard the same thing, that he was going around bragging. Yep. And he had done it.
Whoa, this guy Buddy from Jackson, Mississippi. That's crazy. That's where I'm from, man. But anyway, this guy Buddy put some in Pimp C drink. Pimp C started drinking it immediately. Within minutes, he started throwing up blood, man. And this guy Buddy was supposed to be pranking Pimp C because he told people around him that he was finna do it. He was gonna prank Pimp C, but he ended up killing Pimp C.
Yes. Yeah. What? It's in the streets of Jackson, and I heard the story to be true. Now, we talked about this prior to a couple of cameras, and I never talked about it outside of saying, buddy. You know what I'm saying? And this guy was from Jackson, Mississippi. Like you and I said that we had heard the same thing, that he was going around bragging. Yep. And he had done this. Yep. What? It's in the streets of Jackson. And I heard it from someone who at one point really didn't know I was even affiliated with Pimp, but we were associated through a former organization I was with.
As you can see, many people who were around Pimp C felt that there was something off about his passing. It wasn't adding up to them. Now, if we look back at Pimp C's life, all this problem seemed to start right after he made that song with Jay-Z. A song that he didn't even want to do, but his partner Bun B did. Pimp C made it clear he hated Jay-Z, but Bun B wanted to use Jay-Z to get to the next level. Now the question is, why did Pimp C hate Jay-Z so much? What was the truth behind his hatred? Well, it might have not even been hatred all along, but something else entirely. According to Pimp and Ken, who was close friends with Pimp C, he claims that Pimp C had a secret tape of one of the most famous female...
See, this how I started the video off. I'm going to end the video right here, man. We're going to let Pimp and Ken tell y'all about how Pimp C had this tape, man, of Beyonce. Pimp C was recording, and this other guy, he's a rapper. She was smashing Jay-Z. I mean, smashing Beyonce, man. And Jay-Z didn't want this tape out because he was going to ruin Beyonce's career and, you know, possibly their future relationship.
R&B singers hooking up with another rapper that's not her current husband. According to Ken, if Pimp C had dropped this tape, it would have been bigger news than the Kardashian tape.
Let's go back. You had mentioned Pimp C earlier. With that being said, did Pimp C really have a tape of somebody in the industry that would break the internet? You're trying to find out who was in the Pimp C tape.
All I tell you, there was a famous R&B chick. There was a guy that was getting money at the time. And, you know, Pimp, he used to be in the studio. And every now and then he had a camcorder, so he was able to get some footage. And he wanted to do something with the footage, but I don't know why he didn't do that with it. But if I could got a hold of that tape, I'd be a billionaire. I would, hey, whoever would have been to kill me, man. I know TMZ would have paid a bank for that one, man. But yeah, it is a tape. And if you read the comments, a lot of people figured out. A lot of people figured out because, you know, people that was in Houston at the time, they know who was a little loose, you know, as a Montana goose. You know what I mean? So, you know, they also know who was having money at the time. So it's not really hard to figure out. But, you know, but no, the only reason why I want to tell you is he's not here.
Who was this guy Beyonce was with is what we haven't figured out yet. It was somebody from Texas that was getting money late 90s, early 2000s, man. Who could it be? I'm guessing it wasn't Bun B. You know, it could have maybe been Lil Flip. It probably was Lil Flip, man. I'm trying to think who else, man, because Pimp C and Lil Flip had a close relationship back then. So I'm thinking it probably was Lil Flip in that video, man. Smashing Beyonce, Pimp C recording it. I'm gonna go with Lil Flip, man, because as far as a Texas rapper back then, I don't think it was an older rapper that she probably was in Smash. It had to have been a younger rapper. So the only hot rapper that I can think of that Beyonce probably would have let hit back then could have been Lil Flip, man. Yup. I don't know.
As you heard for yourself, Ken claims that he saw the tape with his own eyes, showing this female R&B superstar being filmed by Pimp C hooking up with another rapper in the studio. Now, with the information that was released recently of P. Diddy filming many celebrities doing things like this, it isn't far-fetched to think that this tape existed. While he doesn't admit who the woman is, he does admit that people in the comment section were able to catch who it was. What many people in the comment section were saying was that the tape was of Beyonce allegedly hooking up with someone that wasn't Jay-Z. Now, this all makes
It had to been Lil Flip, man.
perfect sense, as Pimp C wanted to stay as far away from Jay-Z as possible. I believe he became suspicious of Jay-Z.
Think about it. Lil Flip was on fire 98, 99, 2000 from Houston. Beyonce was also on fire around that time. They both was young. I don't think it was an older rapper. I don't think it would have been Bun B. I don't think it would have been Scarface. I don't think it would have been Willie D. I don't think it was Slim Thug. He wasn't even popping back then like that. It was a famous, known rapper that was popping back then that was smashing Beyonce from Houston, Texas. Who could it be, man? I'm thinking, man, it had to been Flip. That's the only person I could think of. So it was somebody that was young and who was getting money back then, man. It had to be Flip. Or either I'm trying to think of a big Houston, Texas rapper that was big back then. I can't think of nobody but Lil Flip, man.
Knowing that he had this tape that was ruining his wife's image. In 2007, Jay-Z had just married Beyonce. The last thing he wanted was a video of his now wife hooking up with another rapper leaking. That would have been a very bad look for Jay-Z if a tape like that would have leaked. This has led many people to believe that Jay-Z might have wanted Pimp C taken out so that tape would never have been released. I myself believe this could have been exactly what happened. And I'll tell you why. One thing I want to make clear is that Pimp C was involved in Masonry. It is clear that he was a part of the Freemasons. Not only did Pimp C use Masonic imagery often, but in this video, Edgar, Pimp C's cousin, admits that he was a high-ranking Freemason. Edgar goes on to tell the world that
Pimp C was a high-ranking Freemason. He was locked in. He was plugged in. He knew a lot of people. He was powerful, man. I'm telling you. Anytime you got some power, man, they gonna try to take you out, man. And Pimp C had a lot of power in the South, and he had that tape.
Joined the Masons in '94, claiming he left the organization not that long ago because he wanted to turn to God.
I left a whole organization to this, and that's just me, my wife, and I. Yes.
Now, this is his cousin, Pimp C cousin. He was a Mason too, but he said he left it to just turn his life over to God.
Yes, and we ain't gonna bring it up. Unless you want to talk about it. Hey, I'm on your show. Ooh, this will be crazy. Well, the organization was the Masons. Yeah. Ooh, you're the only one that I know that has successfully exited the Masons. Now, I'm not saying that it has been done before. Yeah, made his way out. Maybe publicly. Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Thank you. Publicly. Yeah. That's a better way of saying it. And that's the perfect word to say, because when I stepped away, I really had to pray and ask God to forgive me if there's anything that I was part of, any oath and obligation I might have recited that was offensive to Him. Yes. And just to make sure my heart and spirit was right and in line with God. Yeah. Who was? Yeah.
So this Mason stuff, man, it's almost like serving another god or some devil worship stuff or something like that, man. It's crazy.
There's a high.
But is it like culty or something? What is it?
It has that vibe because
Yeah, it's like a cult. When you become a Mason, it's like a cult or something like that, man. You got to do a lot of stuff to stay in that Mason stuff, man. But I ain't gonna get into that. That's way out of my league. I'm not a conspiracy theory. I don't know nothing about it. And it's deep. I don't talk about this stuff though.
Sometimes you have an oath and obligation that you're bound to. But when, like I say, for me, when I joined, I was naive in a lot of areas. I saw a lot of pastors.
I'm gonna skip past this.
These Masonic ties has something to do with his passing, as Pimp C passed away at the age of 33, which is a very important number to the Masons. His body was also found in a prayer position.
This man passed away at 33 in a prayer position on Jay-Z's birthday. Strange.
With candles that have been burned out. All
in a praying position. In a praying position with candles lit. The candles had burnt out. There's some type of ritual, sacrifice, something like that, man.
Of a ritual, as the 33rd degree is the top degree in the Scottish Rite Masonic system. According to Edgar, the man who took out Pimp C was his own friend Larry Adams, who was also a Freemason. According to Edgar, Larry slipped something inside of Pimp C's drink the night he passed away. He claims that he was told by a reliable source that the night Pimp C was taken out, he wasn't alone. He was told that Pimp C was with a few women and Larry. He claims that at a certain point, Pimp C went to the bathroom, leaving his drink unattended. He then goes on to state that Larry told the girls he was going to play a prank on Pimp C by slipping something in his drink. Larry then laced Pimp's drink, and when he returned to the room, he drank it. And this is when he began to throw up blood all over the bed and then passed away. Now, it's unclear why Larry wanted to take out Pimp C, but many believe
Larry was paid off by Jay-Z. End of story.
he was allegedly working under orders of either Jay-Z, Bun B, or even Jay Prince. Jay-Z.
Bun B. You shady, man. I'm for real, man. A lot of people that know Jay-Z, Bun B had something to do with this too, man. I ain't gonna get deep into it, but Bun B definitely had something to do with it.
Who most likely wanted Pimp C gone because of the tape, and because Pimp C was calling out rappers for being secretly gay. Just so happened to pass away the same year.
Yup, Jay-Z, Pimp C was calling out rappers, man, for being gay too.
He married Beyonce. Some people believe that those disses that Pimp C were making were for Jay-Z, and that Pimp C was calling Jay-Z gay.
Pimp C got produced by Pimp C,
And what's been going on now? I'm hearing Jay-Z and Meek Mill had a relationship. Had a relationship going on that Nicki Minaj just exposed. Strange.
I got $1 million offered to Pimp C from Rockefeller to sign to them. Down there, Dame Dash opened up his checkbook because for $1 million. I'm like, whoa. He like, I was like, was this for sure? He's like, no. He said, this is, we're going to GK. I was like, what? He's like, what's your boys? Right. So I immediately picked up the phone and called Pimp C. Like, Phil, stop. Whatever you doing, right? I told you what's going down with Jamal. We blew them up in. I said, but right now, I got $1 million check for you. We going to do behind us. I was just like, who's that with? I said, Rockefeller. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. He was like, and I watched it then with the checkbook, he write it out. He was like, ain't that with over there with Jay-Z? I was like, yeah. He was like, man, tell him to take that check and go give it to Tupac Mama, man. He's gonna be stealing all my shit. I was like, what? So I jump up to take him off and I look up and I see Jay, the door closed. I didn't see Jay. He was behind us. But dude, I'm like, oh shit. I jump up instantly. I go down and go, he wasn't gone no yet. You saying that Jay heard him say that, yo? Yeah, Jay heard him. He heard him.
So Jay-Z heard this guy right here tell Pimp C, I got $1 million check from Rockefeller. Pimp C on speakerphone. Jay-Z heard Pimp C say, tell Jay-Z to take that check and give it to Tupac Mama, man. So Jay-Z knew Pimp C wasn't rocking with him, man.
So I had to jump up and apologize for this nigga.
Some people believe that Jay-Z's connection to Larry came through Bun B, while many people thought that Bun B and Pimp C were close friends because they were a part of UGK. That wasn't the case, as Pimp C wasn't on speaking terms with Bun B before he passed away. To believe that Bun B was given the opportunity to level up his career if he made a ritual sacrifice. So it's alleged that Bun B told Larry to take him out. After Pimp C passed away, Bun B's struggling solo career took off and made it to new heights. In my opinion, I believe Jay-Z was behind Pimp C's passing, especially after Pimp C passed away on Jay-Z's birthday. Pimp C passed away on December 4th, 2007, on Jay-Z's 38th birthday. Considering the fact that no one on Pimp C's side believes he passed away due to his condition, and also the fact that he hated Jay-Z and was allegedly hiding a tape that showed his wife doing something with another man, it wouldn't be far-fetched to think that Jay-Z set him up. Add this with Pimp C's connection to Masonry, it's clear that he was indeed sacrificed. Whether Jay-Z wasn't...
Man, I'ma just end it right there, man. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about this in the comments, man. Do y'all think Pimp C was took out by Jay-Z and the Masons? Or do y'all think Bun B had something to do with it to catapult his rap career? Or do y'all think Jay-Z had something to do with it because Pimp C was a powerful person. He was exposing things. Plus, he allegedly had this tape with Beyonce getting smashed by another Houston rapper, man. So let me know how y'all feel about this down below in the comments, man. We gonna get to the bottom of this Pimp C thing. I'm gonna keep his name alive, man, cause it's messed up how they did this dude, man. He was a real powerful guy. They didn't have to take him out, bro. He had a lot of game, a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. He could have spread it around, man. You know, he was a peacemaker. He was in a peace when around the time he died. They didn't want peace. They wanted war. They wanted the Texas rappers to be beefing and all that. Who ended that Texas war stuff? Pimp C did. But anyway, man, it's your #1 Rap Facts News, man. If y'all new to the channel, drop a like and subscribe on the video. I'm out.